Here's everything you need to know about the stock market this week, and there's a lot of really important economic data coming out. Like, should we be panicking and selling all of our investments right now? I don't know. Let's go find out, and watch to the end of the video.
You know, one of these days I'm going to learn to put my laundry away before I start filming, but here we are. This is everything you need to know about the stock market this week, and yeah, it's going to be pretty busy. So we start off with economic indicators and economic news, and as you can see here, today, December 11th, nothing is scheduled, but tomorrow, that's when all the big news hits. You can see that on Tuesday, 8:30 in the morning, we kick things off with Consumer Price Index and then Core CPI. Core CPI means that they strip out things like food and gas, which are more volatile. Now, if you're saying, well, hold on, what's CPI? We're going to get to that in a second. We also have the U.S. monthly federal budget, which is going to give us a lot of insights to our budget and our spending. On Wednesday, we have Producer Price Index and then Core CPI, which again strips out the more volatile things like oil, gasoline, and food. And again, if you're saying what's PPI, don't worry, we're going to get to that in a second as well. But most interesting, and all eyes are going to be on Wednesday, is Jerome Powell is going to be speaking about their interest rate decision. The question is, will they raise rates again? Will they slash rates? Will they just pause? Anyone's guess, right? Nobody knows exactly what the Fed is going to do. And I think the Fed actually said and alluded to this earlier a couple months ago. They said, you'll never know what to expect with the Fed. All that clicking, by the way, that you hear is my chair in the background. And then at 2:30, Papa Powell will speak about their decision. On Thursday, we have a lot of big economic indicators as well. Initial jobless claims, import price index, U.S. retail sales minus autos, and business inventories. And then on Friday, we close out the week with industrial production and capacity utilization. Now, if you're sitting there saying, well, I still don't know what the consumer price index and CPI is. So on Tuesday, we have consumer price index, and I've pulled it up right here. Investopedia is one of the best websites for learning about anything relating to the stock market. And you can see here that the consumer price index measures overall change in consumer prices based on a representative basket of goods and services. You can also hear a helicopter flying overhead. It is the most widely used measure of inflation, closely followed by policymakers, financial markets, businesses, and consumers. And it's possible that what these two reports, the consumer and the PPI, reveal on when was it? On Monday and on Tuesday, rather, could influence the Fed's decision. So on Tuesday, we have the consumer price index, and then on Wednesday, before the Fed's inflation or interest rate decision, they're going to reveal their producer price index. We're going to close this. The producer price index measures the change in the prices paid to U.S. producers of goods and services. It is a measure of wholesale inflation, while the consumer price index measures prices paid by consumers. So both of these very, very important for us to learn about what's happening with our dollar. Now, on top of all of that economic news, which you can find on MarketWatch, and if you're saying, well, I don't know where to find it, where do I go on their website? You click on their little menu right here. Then you're going to scroll down to Economy and Policies, and U.S. Economic Calendar is right there, right under this guy's creepy face. Up next is earnings for this week. Now, usually I start these videos talking about earnings first, but I thought that the economic news was far more important than the earnings this week, especially, look at this. This is the calendar of earnings this week. Oracle on Monday, today after the close. On Tuesday, I've never heard of any of these. On Wednesday, Adobe is the one that I'm probably going to be paying attention to. Thursday is Jabil or Jbil or JBL. I never know how to pronounce it. And Costco and Lennar, which is a home builder, so that's going to be important. And finally, we close out the week with Darden Restaurant Group. I believe Darden is the one that owns like Olive Garden and other like gross chains like that. So that's your stock market this week, and it's going to be busy. We're going to be glued to these reports coming out every single day, basically. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are going to be must-see days and will affect the stock market. So stay tuned, because on my TikTok channel, which is linked in the description below, I usually do some sort of recap, or we talk about what's going on in my lives, and I go live on TikTok every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 10 in the morning Eastern Time Zone. All right, if you thought this video was helpful, smash the follow, hit the bell, hit the notification. Thanks for watching, and have a good day, and have a good week.
And of course, if you've made it this long, you know that no, we are not panicking into this news, and we are not selling our investments.